Wow. I don't get overwhelmed very easily. I am overwhelmed. Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much for those kind words. And before I start with my remarks, congratulations to all the luminaries, the rising stars, all of the mentors and people who have made this organization great and this honor an opportunity for me and for many of you. I look forward to sitting in the audience and recognizing the future Women of the Year. Inspiration, intimidation, integration, division, courage, patience. These are all leadership characteristics. Some of these are more desirable than others. It is your choice as a leader. How do you want to lead? I choose inspiration, integration, and courage. I have worked for leaders who have been very successful leading with other characteristics. You've worked for them too. However, as I watch the impact of leadership on individuals and organizations, it became clear to me that leadership is paramount, regardless of style. I will talk about each of these characteristics today, and also my views on the new era of leadership we are entering into, where women have a seat at the table with pride and confidence. The leadership attributes I will talk about apply to all leaders, not just women. I believe these core elements are what make for great leaders. And women, you all are as capable to lead as men. Inspiration. I had the privilege of being mentored by leaders like Tony Fauci, Merck's Renald Spector, Kleiner Perkins founder, Brooke Byers, Kleiner Perkins chairman, John Doerr. These men all led with heart and courage. They inspired me, taught me, encouraged me to grow, and have been my true champions, for which I am indebted. Now, it is my opportunity to inspire the next generation of leaders. During my career, I have had the opportunity to make, so far, 44 investments. I've incubated 30 companies with entrepreneurs with a passion, plan, and purpose, many of them women. And with my dear friend and partner, Sean, we have created one venture capital firm that is built to last. Launching a company takes an extraordinary commitment in time, effort, and resources. When embarking on this journey, I look for a number of elements that are essential to the long-term success of a company, including a solid foundation based on transformative technology, and investors with experience in understanding the technical aspects of product development and what it takes to build a life sciences company. However, above all, my learning is that successful companies, it's all about the people. When I left academia, working with Dr. Fauci, I had my first position in industry, a relatively junior position at Merck. I really didn't know anything about the industry at the time. Then I was fortunate enough to meet Renald Spector, who is head of clinical pharmacology and development. Reynolds took me under his wing. He sat me down and he said, "You will get there. There is no limit. I'm going to teach you." People put limits on themselves, which puts barriers in place in your mind. It is hard to succeed, but if you have talent and you're willing to put in the work, you will get there. When choosing a CEO, the most important question is why? Why are you doing this? Do you have a real vision as to where you're heading? This is what drives an entrepreneur. This is what gets people through the valley where you have to draw on your inner strength. Frequently, these people are driven by a personal motivation, a family member or a friend who has a particular disease for which there may be no treatment options. For me personally, my best friend's mother died from ALS. I have been on a mission for decades to find something to treat ALS. This kind of personal motivation is part of what allows an entrepreneur to stay the course. Integration. Each entrepreneur is a missionary who brings passion to cure a disease, solve a scientific problem, and help patients in need. Without passion and a focused business plan, companies cannot succeed. It's not just about the money. I interview all CEO candidates for our portfolio companies. We must find the right fit between the venture capitalist and the CEO. The partnership needs to be based on trust, shared goals, and values. I believe venture capital is a helping profession, and the venture capitalist should be the first person a CEO calls when there's a problem. For startups, I'm not looking for people who are like a big company and love that environment of, many of you out there, too many meetings, processes that slow you down, bureaucracy. There is a place for that, but usually in much larger companies. So I'm going to ad-lib here for a minute. So Chris, you're recruiting? We have 22 companies who are recruiting. And you like competition? Game on. A CEO of a startup company needs to be nimble, fluid, know what is important, and navigate the downtimes, the moments when everyone has to pull on their inner strength. Leaders know how to lead through adverse times. This is so important. No successful company has a straight path to success. If they tell you they do, it's not true. There are always bumps in the road. Success comes to those who navigate through challenges. As a physician, I was taught to take my pulse before going to see a patient in an emergency situation. Calm down. When recruiting, if CEOs see my commitment, my time and energy, calm and confidence, it makes them want to make a commitment to the company. Courage. Many companies take decades to mature. One of my Kleiner Perkins companies has been in development for over a decade. But it's on the precipice of success. I keep telling myself that. It will succeed because both the CEO and Kleiner Perkins stuck with it. And the CEO has been instrumental in leading the company through adversity and several near-death experiences. For sure. The CEO and I shared the conviction around the science and technology, the mission and values. Meshing this vision and values and leadership style between the CEO and lead investor is another key success factor. For example, one of our Westlake companies is Capsida, and we have an incredible leader in Peter Anastasio. I've had the great privilege now of working with Peter for the past 6 months and hopefully many, many years ahead. Hopefully it won't take a full decade to mature this one. We share the same leadership style and vision for the company. This shared leadership mission is what it takes to build a successful company. Okay, then there are the bad CEOs. They exist, that's another story. But what I like to say is my day is only as good as my worst CEO. Always have a plan B. Some leaders believe that plan B is an admission of pessimism. I believe it's a sign of humility and a survival instinct. Never give up on your people, the team. It's okay to give up on technology that may not translate or succeed, but not on your team. When people ask me what the key is to starting and supporting and building so many successful companies, my answer is simple. The top 3 things are leadership, teams, and heart. We all learn to lead by watching those around us, reading books, digging deep to determine what drives us. As the President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln built a cabinet made up of rivals. He relied on diversity to provide him counsel and guidance. Intellectually diverse teams win. Lincoln had heart and courage. He did not sit in the White House as the Civil War raged. He went out to the battlefield, met with the troops on the front line. As success became dubious, he worked harder and engaged more. Inspiration for the ages. Inspiration for me as a leader. Okay, too tough? I bet 90% of the women leaders in this room have been told, you are too tough. Not true. You're a leader. Thank you to Brooke, Reynold, Sean, my husband Paul, for encouraging me to continue to lead and telling me if I was a man, I'd be considered a great leader. It is a new era of leadership. You get to a point in life, like Brooke was to me, when your mission evolves. Part of my mission now is to teach and elevate other women in the field. I want to inspire the next generation to be an impactful voice on the board and to sit at the table with pride and confidence. I do everything in my power to elevate these talented women. Their success, your success, is my reward. I want to inspire women to support your team, your company, and business, especially when the going gets tough. When things get hard, dig deep. Lead with heart. Elevate your team. Be a role model for staying calm. Take your own pulse. Work harder. Get the best out of everyone around you. I actually don't believe in a glass ceiling. I believe in individual responsibility and taking the power. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't let anyone else and others underestimate you. The only limitations are what you put on yourself. I want to thank everyone here for this incredible, incredible honor. I have to recognize my husband, Paul, who I'm going to ask to stand up, my beautiful sisters, and my friends and family who are here to support me today. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. None of it's possible without your rock, your foundation, your family and friends. So thank you all for being here. HBA, this is such an honor. I am overwhelmed, actually. But I'm so inspired. This is an inspiration. This is a gift. Thank you for this gift and for this honor. Thank you.